Please don't make this resume mistake in 2025. It is one of the most competitive job markets we've seen in decades. And this resume mistake is actually hurting you. And the number of people that are making it is going up. So this is a public service announcement to get people to stop. It's going to take me more than 30 seconds to explain it though. So if you don't have time, bookmark it and come back, because if you are making this resume mistake, it is hurting you. Now, for a little context, I had somebody come to me who just joined my program and said, JT, I joined because something feels off. I'm going to be honest, I spent $2,000. I'm like, you what? She said, I spent $2,000 on this resume and it's 4 pages long. Can you tell me what you think of it? She had me at 4 pages. Folks, right now, there are way more people than jobs. So hundreds, sometimes thousands of people are applying. So recruiters have to look through tons of resumes. The last thing they're going to do is go through line by line of a 4-page resume. They're not going to do it. And if you don't believe me, just go look up the studies that show that most of them spend only about 6 to 13 seconds initially skimming your resume to decide if they want to go back and read the whole thing. So what are they doing in that 6 to 13 seconds? What they're evaluating is, do you meet the basic criteria they were told to even consider you for the job? I want you to remember that recruiters, they are gatekeepers. Their job is to take the 1,000 resumes and bring it down to 100 and then look at that and say, all right, these are 20 people, and then I'm going to interview them and then decide which 10 I should pass to the hiring manager. And then maybe you get an interview with the hiring manager, okay? But in that moment, they're using the resume as the first thing to evaluate you on. A 4-page resume covered in text with fancy boxes is the worst thing in the world for a recruiter. They can't mentally absorb it all. You've just created a headache for them. You also look super narcissistic, or even worse, desperate, because you're trying to beef yourself up. So this client, I said, I want you to go back and ask for your $2,000 back immediately. You're not using this resume. This is horrible. And this is what I need you to understand. More is not better on a resume. Again, let me say it. More is not better on a resume. When you put so much text and so much information on there, you are making it harder for them to read and absorb you. That is a problem. So a couple of guidelines. First of all, nothing less than inch margins on either side, maybe 0.8. But I see a lot of you with like little tiny margins so that you can get more text on the page. Not good. Not good. 1-inch margins. Secondly, nothing smaller than an 11-point font. I've seen a lot of people putting like 8-point font in there and 1/2-inch margins. Now there's like 10,000 words on a page that nobody can read. It's getting tossed. I can tell you that right now. Recruiters, back me up on this. They're going to comment below and tell me I'm right. Okay. So we're going to use larger margins. We're going to use a larger font, which means in order to keep it to 2 pages, maybe 3 if you've got a lot of experience, okay, you are going to have to greatly simplify what you share about yourself. And the secret there is just the results. We don't want to hear how you did something. You don't have to tell us all about what the company does. All we want to know is what were your results. And a secret to that is numbers, quantifying yourself. That is how you can convey a lot more with a lot less words. Let me give you an example. If you were to say to somebody, I am a proven self-starter in project management with years of experience helping people go through full lifestyle cycle changes and saving money. Okay, nobody's reading that. It's self-important, narcissistic waste on your resume. I don't mean to sound dramatic, but I'm trying to drive the point home to you all, okay? Now imagine they said just this. 15 plus years of experience in project management, have led teams ranging in the size of 2 to 10 people, and have worked on over 20 projects with budgets between 500,000 and 4 million. Do you know how impressive that sounds? And all they did was relay the facts. That is what recruiters are looking for. They need to understand the numbers. And this is how you greatly simplify how much you put on the resume. If this made sense to you and you're like, okay, JT, show me what this looks like. I got you. It's okay. I got you. What we're referring to and what's really working in this market is something called a 6-second resume, a skimmable resume. And that's where less is more, right? Where we create a readable resume. Inside my free resource center, no credit card required, is my job search bootcamp where I show you a 6-second resume. I also show you how to keyword optimize your LinkedIn profile and what a disruptive cover letter looks like, all the tools that you need for right now. But right now, we're talking about this resume because I can't have any more of you making the mistake of putting everything and the kitchen sink in on your resume and then wondering why you're not getting called because it's too much. It's too much. And I need you to pull it back. I know it feels counterintuitive. I know that a lot of people are feeling desperate out there, but as a 20-year career coaching veteran who works with recruiters, I promise you, a readable resume is like really good marketing teaser copy, giving them just enough information so they're like, oh, look, check, 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 check. Oh, this person created a nice resume. It's easy for me to read. They meet the basic criteria. Let me call them and see if they have all the other information. Ding, 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 ding. That's what we're trying to make happen with that resume. That's why the 6-second resume, the skimmable resume works so well because it draws them in. Also, when you get through an applicant tracking system and they open it up, they're happy to see it versus the overwhelming resume that they don't want to read. Does that make sense to everybody? So check it out. The 6-second resume, the example of it is in the Job Search Bootcamp linked in the free resource center. But I'm telling you, don't make this mistake right now. More is not better when it comes to your resume. Keeping it simple, keeping it readable. That is what every recruiter wants right now. And that's what's going to help you. And by the way, it doesn't cost $2,000 to do. You can do it for free. Good luck, my friends. Go get them.